I think I'm going to try something different here because I've never disabled the comments, but just like my Old Testament only brother Malachi Otali, I think this is going to be one video where I will, because I'm tired of blocking these people. These people come out, and their God is Lucifer. That's who JC is. That God. He said that he was the bright morning star, and that God said that they were the bright morning star. So that is your clue to who JC is. JC is that God. JC is the false God. So in all miracles, all creation has come from God only. This is what the Bible says when you read Genesis. Everything was created by God alone. Period. End of story. This is what the Bible plainly says. Why they keep trying to insert this false God is beyond me, and why they keep coming. This person said, "I'm gonna be over here anyway," and I said, "No, you're not. You're blocked." And that's exactly what I did. I just blocked these people because they have enough of the internet at their disposal. So now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God, singular, commanded to teach you, that ye may do them in the land whither you go to possess it, that thou mayest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, that thy days may be prolonged. Verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. He's not three in one. He's not a trinity. He is one God only. Even those Jews over there in Israel understand that, right? And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might, right? Why? Because he's going to give you all these things, right? Land, vineyards. You shall not go after other gods, JC, the God of any other God, of the gods of the people which are round about you. For the Lord your God, for the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of the Lord thy God be kindled against thee and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Right? Because he's going to cast all your enemies out from among you. Because he saved you out of Egypt. Because he showed you signs and wonders. Right? Okay. So we got that out of the way. He is the one that's doing all these things. No other God. Right? So we're going to go quickly to Joshua chapter 10. Because the prophecy was there's going to be a somebody coming after you, Moses, a prophet, a strong, mighty man of the Lord. Who was that? It wasn't JC. It was Joshua. Joshua took over the nation of Israel. Right? So Joshua is in battle. Right? And they were losing a little bit, right? So Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly and went up from Gilgal all night. And the Lord said unto Joshua, fear them not, for I have delivered them into thine hand. There shall not a man of them stand before thee. Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly and went up from Gilgal all night, And the Lord, singular, discomfited them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaughter at Gibeon, and chased them along the way that goeth up to Beth-horon, and smote them to Azekah and unto Makkedah. And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel, and were in the going down to Beth-horon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Azekah, and they died. They were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. The Lord sent hailstones. The God of Israel alone sent hailstones. Verse 10. Then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day which the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, and the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is this not written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day. A real miracle from God only, because he controls the sun and the moon, which is literally within our atmosphere. It's not 10 billion miles away. And there was no day like that before it, no after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel. Right? It is God alone that does miracles, that can perform miracles, not JC and not man. Not man. God alone performs these miracles. 2 Kings chapter 20. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah the son of Amos came to him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. And it came to pass, afore Isaiah was gone out in the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Turn again and tell Hezekiah the captain of my people, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee on the third day. See, he can change his mind. He can do what? He can give you mercy. Thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord, and I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria. He didn't get baptized. He prayed and he cried, and the Most High turned his destiny around. And I will defend this city for mine own sake and for my servant David's sake. And Isaiah said, Take a lump of figs. And they took it and laid it on the ball, and he recovered. And Hezekiah said unto Isaiah, What shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me, and that I shall go up into the house of the Lord the third day? And Isaiah said, This sign shalt thou have of the Lord, that the Lord will do this thing that he has spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees or back 10 degrees? And Hezekiah answered, It is a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees. Nay, but let the shadow return backward 10 degrees. And Isaiah the prophet cried unto the Lord, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backwards, by which it had gone down in the dial of Ahaz. This is another miracle of a sundial. right? All these miracles come directly from God only. It does not come from this false God, JC. I'm sick of these people that come on my channel and try to tell lies to my people, the children of Israel, right? Oh, I already did that. First Kings 17. And Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, As the Lord God of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Get thee hence and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according unto the word of the Lord, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. So this is another miracle that birds are bringing Elijah the prophet some food. See, God alone can preserve you if you believe in him alone. Exodus chapter 17. This is one of my greatest chapters. And the congregation of the children of Israel sojourned from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys, according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses, and said, Give us water that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt the Lord? And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses, and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt, to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, What shall I do unto this people? Moses cried unto the Lord only, unto God only, that they be almost ready to stone me. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with them of the elders of Israel, and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thine hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the children of Israel, right? Right? So that is another miracle. Exodus, real quickly, chapter 16. And I'm going to get off of here. The children of Israel again took their journey from Elim, and the congregation of the children of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin, where they were constantly sinning against God, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For you have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. If you want to follow God, you got to get tested whether you're going to listen to him. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel at even, then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out of the land of Egypt. Right? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even you shall eat flesh, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God, singular. And it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the host. See, the God only gave them quails to eat. Quail is a very, very, very tasty bird, right? And when the children of Israel saw the bread, they said one to another, it is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord gave you to eat. Right? So they didn't listen, and it bred worms because the Israelites kept not listening and whatnot. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake what ye bake today, and sieve that you will sieve, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. 6 days you shall gather the manna, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. Right? So the people rested on the 7th day. I made this video for those of you who believe with me. We are going to have to rely on God only during these troubled times, and not listen to the idolaters, aka the Christians, for God only to fulfill all of our needs and desires. Good night.